Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Prophet6. We're going to be doing a deep dive into some Nappa corner combos. We're going to be focusing on 3 combos specifically. These are my bread and butter. They're what I do online on the daily when I'm playing Dragonball FighterZ. They're going to look overly complicated, but I promise you with a little bit of practice, you can make them work, and it takes Nappa from being one of the worst characters in the game to a pretty scary character, at least when you're in the corner. Now, Nappa's still going to have all of his weaknesses, right? Terrible neutral game, one of the worst key blasts in the entire... Look at that, that's just so awful, it's embarrassing, it's slow, this thing, whatever it is, yeah, all that's still there, but at least when you're in the corner, you've got your assists up, you can do some pretty intense combos with double-Saibamen that do upwards of 6,300 damage with an unscaled starter, and you only have to spend half a bar, and you're building about a bar and some change, so really fantastic stuff once you get going. The assists that I have here are not mandatory. You want to find assists that have similar properties. You can run a beam, and it'll work with the combos that I'm going to show you. You can run Jiren A, Gogeta A, Krillin B. I've used them all. C assists even work pretty well. You just gotta switch up the timings. You'll see whatever works. But I just like these because Vegeta's Destructive Disc helps cover the neutral pretty well, which is something that Nappa can't do on his own. And then that A assist allows me to get mix when I'm doing a block stream mid-screen, so we don't have to go into all the strengths and weaknesses of Nappa. You guys know all about that. We're going to go into the combo. So the combo you just saw at the beginning of the video was pretty complicated, right? Double EX Cyberman, lots of damage, really flashy, but that's not one that I'd recommend doing online in a match. I can still show you how they work. I'll go ahead and do that at the end of the video, but the first 2 combos that I want to show you are functional, and I tend to do them every time I play Nappa against another player online. Assuming that I'm not playing somebody with 6 frames like I was yesterday, I can still pull them off, and even with some lag I can pull them off because there isn't too much or there aren't too many moments of timing, specific timings that you have to worry about. The combo works pretty fluidly without having to think too hard about it. It's not like a 1-frame link is happening anywhere, and so anybody can do these combos. You just have to know how they work. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the clips for the first and second combos. The first one is going to be double light Cyberman. Second is going to be double medium Cyberman. Watch this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start the walkthrough of the double light Cyberman combo. Sorry, it's going to be a little pixelated. VLC player plus OBS recording, not the greatest quality, so I apologize. Hopefully it all still comes through. But this is the only player that I have that allows me to slow things down a bit as I talk about it. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Beautiful. So this combo assumes that you're getting an unscaled starter. Typically, I'm going for 5M, 2M into the heavy. Now, the heavy is extremely important, so let's go ahead and just get there. Boom, heavy hits, camera changes. Now, at the point when the camera is changing, you can buffer some inputs, and as soon as the camera returns to the original position, all of those inputs will come to fruition, if you will. So, at this point, I'm calling my assist, whatever assist I want to use. So I'm running, like I said before, Vegeta A and Goku A. You could run a ton of assists and make this work, as long as the properties are working. Even a beam assist will work, although the timing is pretty tight on that one, and I wouldn't recommend it. Vegeta A is being called, and I'm buffering in my Cyberman input, quarter circle back light for this situation. So you'll see them all come out at the same time as soon as the camera returns to its original position, and I'm canceling instantly into a super dash. I don't think you can even call it a cancel. I'm just calling it as soon as I can because you're going to want to catch the dummy in the air that's still got a little bit of hit stun left from the assist. So as soon as you catch them with your super dash, you're going to want to go jumping medium, key blast, down heavy. Now, with the down heavy, the dummy's gonna get popped up. Typically, this is where they tech out unless you have a battle plan to get them back in the grips of your combo. But the Cyberman is gonna be the one who saves the day here. He's gonna catch it right in the air. And at this point, your character is finally on his feet and you can start making moves again. You're going to jump forward. It's going to be, what is that position? It's sort of a 9, right? You're going to want to be holding up forward into a jumping heavy. Now, this is the only part of the combo that's a little bit complicated. You're going to want to delay the jumping heavy that you're about to see a little bit because Cyberman is going to hit the ground as well. And when he hits the ground, he's going to launch his little low attack. You want to make sure that he catches the dummy. If you do it too quickly, the dummy's going to hit the ground before the Cyberman's low comes out and the dummy's going to tech out, and then, you know, you're probably going to get punished. But as long as you get the timing right, and it's not too complicated, it's not like a one-frame link. It's pretty complicated, or rather, it's pretty simple. You just have to slow it down a teeny bit. You're going to see that, boom, Cyberman catches him. The moment that the Cyberman hits the dummy, you're going to go straight into a 5M, just a standing medium, and then straight into a heavy as soon as it connects. You'll see this. Sorry about the car outside. Standing medium into the standing heavy, and as soon as this is happening, Cyberman jumps up and catches the dummy with their grab. Beautiful. Now, at the point, now they're exploding, right? Dummy goes up. As soon as your heavy has connected, as the Cyberman is jumping up to grab the dummy, you want to cancel the heavy into another quarter circle back light Cyberman. Call them out as soon as you can. Now, you're not going to get too much use out of this Cyberman. You're actually only going to get one hit from that Cyberman, but it's an incredibly important hit. So as soon as you can, just spam super dash so that you can get this to happen as soon as possible. Dummy's in the air, tons of hit stun, right? You're going to super dash and connect. And when you do, light, heavy. Super easy. Don't add any more normals, otherwise they will fall out of the combo because the hit stun decay is crazy at this point. You're at 5,300 damage and you're still not done. What's happening underneath is that your Cyberman is coming out of the ground and about to start their first attack. It's that jumping attack that they do. And what that allows you to do, look at the combo counter to the left here, 21 hits, 22 off screen. They pop up the dummy, which allows you to go from the jumping heavy into your down heavy. Typically a link that doesn't work, but it does in this situation. Down heavy brings the character down, and then I typically go for a quarter circle forward heavy here because this combo is meter positive. You build over a meter, and you're still going to have more meter than you started with. When you started the combo, it's worth spending it because quarter circle forward heavy allows you to call an assist, extend with Dragon Rush, quarter circle forward special, level 1, level 3, spend all the bar, get everybody out, do a ton of damage, but that's 8,175. With a level 1, it's 72%. With just getting a sliding knockdown with Dragon Rush, I think it's about 63. So at the lowest, with only half a bar, 63%, a bar and a half is 72%, and 3 bars and a half is 81%. So depending on how much you have and how much you're willing to spend, you could get upwards of 81%, almost 82% damage with the double-Saibamen light combo. That's a lot, right? I promise you, as long as you go through and follow my instructions, the inputs aren't crazy. There's only one moment where you have to worry about delaying. Otherwise, everything else is fluid. Just hit the button as soon as it's available, and you'll be able to get this huge damage combo. Now, again, I think I might have mentioned it earlier, but if you start with a scaled starter, right, an overhead, or maybe you have a couple of lights before you get into your medium, heavy, and then you call your assist and your Cyberman, the double Cyberman is not going to work. They're going to fall out of the combo, like I showed you at the top of it, towards the end when you try to get that jumping heavy. So at that point, don't call the second Cyberman at the point where I told you to. Just jump up and do a Dragon Rush. You're still going to get just under 5k damage if you do. You could jump up and do a down heavy, bring him down like you do at the end of this combo into a quarter circle forward heavy, call assist. You can still get over 5k like that. There are a lot of options, but this is assuming that you have an unscaled starter, and if you do manage to get that low medium, I mean, look at the kind of damage that you're doing, right? So let's move on to the medium double Cyberman combo. Okay, same situation. We're gonna do medium, right? So 5M, 2M into a heavy, and then we're gonna call assist and buffer the medium Cyberman this time. So quarter circle back, triangle, or Y, or whatever kind of controller you're using. Let's go ahead and see how this changes. Cyberman and assist come out, super dash, right? Same thing, super dash into a jumping medium. The difference is, instead of one jumping medium into a key blast into down heavy, it's gonna be jumping medium, another jumping medium, key blast, down heavy. The reason is, the medium Cyberman has very different attacks and they come out at different speeds. You need to keep the dummy in the air a little bit longer, and bringing them down a little bit later means that the dummy remains lower. It's easier for the Cyberman to catch the dummy in the grab at the end of their combo. That's incredibly important. If you do one jumping medium into ki blast down heavy like you do with the light Cyberman combo, it can still work for a time. As soon as you get to the part where they have to grab, the dummy falls out. So you want to make sure you get 2 jumping mediums, ki blast, down heavy, right? So let's watch. Cyberman picks up the dummy. You're going to go straight into another standing medium, 5M, just like you do with the other combo. And then it's standing heavy, just like you do with the other combo. That's the same. Standing heavy cancels into a Cyberman call, and this allows the Cyberman to grab the dummy, keep them in place, and explode, which is a ton of hit stun, so it gives you plenty of time to call your second Cyberman, and then go ahead and continue the combo. Now, this is going to be where things are different. Instead of canceling this next moment into a super dash, you're going to want to super jump, so of course it's 2 into an 8, right? But I would say 2 and then 9, right? So down and then sort of up forward into a pretty normal air combo. You'll see this. Super jump. So I like to do medium, light, light, and then, light auto combo, heavy. Down heavy, just like you do before, except that your dummy isn't getting picked up by an air normal the way that your light Cyberman does. Dummy's keeping them in place with their spit, and then the low. Instantly go into EX quarter circle forward heavy. 1, 2, call and assist. Quarter circle forward special into a level 3. And look at that. Comparable damage. I would say it's a little bit harder to do this version than the other version, and there really isn't a meter advantage or a damage advantage, so I never go for the medium route. If I ever do, it's only because I accidentally called the medium Cyberman, so I just, in the middle of a game in my head, I said, okay, cool, well, I called Cyberman the medium version, I'm gonna have to just do that version of the combo. I almost always do the normal version, the light version rather. Okay, so that's combo 1, combo 2, those are the most functional, the easiest to do, best for meter, tons of damage, right? But what if you just wanna show off or have some fun in training mode, or you're committed to having that satisfying feeling of hitting somebody with an extremely flashy Cyberman combo just because you want to flex on them? I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the EX Cyberman, rather double Cyberman combo right now. Alright, something to be aware of with this combo, it's not efficient, it's not optimal, it does less damage than the other combos, and it costs more meter. It's a lot more difficult. Not something that you want to do online. It's just a flex. It's fun in training mode. I've done it before and I've landed it on people online, but that's only because I was just dominating so badly that I knew that I could risk dropping a combo like this and I'd still be fine. So this isn't something that I ever go for, but if you want to be the Nappa master and you want to flex online, you got to know how to do these kinds of combos. So double EX Cyberman. Same starter. We're going standing medium, crouching medium, heavy, call assist, and call your EX Cyberman. Now the timing here is tricky. You have maybe a second or less to program the attacks that you want your EX Cyberman to do. For this combo and for the purposes of this combo, you're going to want to say light, medium, light, medium. For me on a DualShock 4, that's square, triangle, square, triangle. I think that's XY, XY on an Xbox 360 controller, whatever you'd like. So that's going to allow you to do those sort of loops that Nappa does in this combo in the corner, and then you're going to call a second EX Cyberman. I'll tell you what to program once we get there. So again, cancel on your super dash, light kick, right? The light, I'm sorry, not light kick. I was playing Street Fighter earlier. Medium, jumping medium, and then you're going to go ki blast and down heavy. Now this is going to be the same situation with the light Cyberman combo, except you're going to do something a bit different. Cyberman picks them up. As your Cyberman picks them up, you have to call your second EX Cyberman. You might have just missed it there. Second EX Cyberman only needs 2 abilities programmed. It's going to be the low kick, which is triangle, triangle. It's a medium, medium. You just need those 2. So don't worry about hitting 4, just 2 buttons, and then you're going to want to instantly get into this next part of the combo. But the thing is, I say instantly, but this is where things get a little bit tricky. If you hold 9, right, up forward, and go straight into these next attacks, the dummy will actually fall out of the combo. You don't want to do this instantaneously. You want to buffer your air normals that you're about to see just a little bit. You're not going to want to buffer between the normals themselves because you're actually going to go into light, heavy. See that? If you delay light into, or jumping light into jumping heavy, it's very likely that the dummy is going to fall out. With this much hit stun decay, you can't delay those too much. Just a tiny bit if you want. I would just delay the light after you jump. Boom, boom. So there's just a slight delay when I start the light. And then from the jumping heavy, Cyberman is going to pick up Frieza on the ground, and you're going to go straight into a standing medium, and that's it. Usually, when we're in this situation, so you go standing medium into your heavy, you're not going to do that. Standing medium, and then jump into a jumping medium. Make sure the dummy stays below you. It's not too difficult to get this timing, but if you hit the medium kick in the air as soon as you get into the air, the dummy's actually going to pop up above you. So you, again, another little slight delay in the jump to make sure the dummy stays beneath you. Cancel into Ki Blast, another down heavy, and this gives the Cyberman a chance to catch the dummy in their grab. The explosion is obviously going to give you a ton of hit stun and a ton of time to set up your next few normals. Here's the thing. This is going to resemble the double medium Saibamen combo in that you have to time your super jump specifically with the explosion of the Cyberman to make this timing work. You have an EX Cyberman in the ground waiting for the next one to die in order to come up. If you get all this right, the timing is going to work out. So as soon as the Cyberman blows up, super jump into a down heavy. EX quarter circle forward, it's going to pop up the dummy. You see the dummy hits them on the ground, and then Goku, I call him out just for that extra bit of damage, hits them right afterwards. You don't actually need an assist here to go into Dragon Rush. You can actually just depend on your Cyberman, go straight into a Dragon Rush into the end of the combo. So that's pretty cool. Nappa sets that up for himself where he can go into a sliding knockdown, or he can go into a level 3 or whatever he wants to do post Dragon Rush here. So you don't need Goku, you don't need any assist. Cyberman does that work for you. So you go ahead and go into the Dragon Rush. God, the pixels are awful. Into a level 3. Fantastic combo, super fun, really flashy. Not as good as double light or double medium that I showed you, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that was really informative. I'm really passionate about Nappa, and I've been a Nappa main for a long time, and I want to put out as much Nappa content, guides into his really fun combos as possible. I'm not the arbiter or the know-all Nappa player. There are some guys out there that are crazy about Nappa. They know the resets, they know mid-screen TODs. I'm not there yet, but I do know these, and I came up with these combos myself, sitting down and working them out. So I think that you guys can derive some value from that. I'm going to go ahead and show you a preview of my next Nappa video combo tutorial video. I'm going to show a little bit about how to get solo Cyberman setups with his held level 3. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip now. Thanks for watching. If you wanted to see more Dragon Ball FighterZ gameplay, I do just regular online matches, or if you want to learn more about Nappa and other characters that I'm really passionate about, I'll go ahead and do more deep dives. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy this preview.